is Craig Donnelly. I'm the director here of the Clark Center and the Clark Scholarship Program.
I'm Roshni. I play on the women's lacrosse team here in Manhattanville. I'm a senior. I'm also one of the 3 captains, and I'm a student coordinator with Craig.
My name is Kesai. I'm a junior. I'm a part of the track and field team, and I'm a student coordinator.
The Clark Center, for me, is the heart and soul of community service for Manhattanville. The Clark Center operates community service volunteer opportunities 7 days a week, morning, afternoon, evening of your life, and it helps to get students involved, whether it's Clark scholars or non-scholars, really the Manhattanville Valiant student involved in service to the community, whether it be bringing the community partners on campus or us going to the community partners. And I think it's essential that we have programs happening 7 days a week because it meets the opportunities for our students, it meets their schedules, morning, afternoon, evening, and it also meets the community partner as well.
I used to be a coordinator for a different program called Speak, and with that we would interact with middle school and high school aged kids from a shelter nearby in White Plains. And we would just plan different activities for them, like taking them to a few of the games that we have on campus, playing outside, and we also take them to dinner. Currently now I'm the coordinator for a program called Girls Inc. And we just have girls, also middle school through high school age, come on campus, and we speak to them about different things that girls go throughout life.
I used to be a part of the Speak coordinator, and then I transferred over to a Midnight Run coordinator it's 3 of us now, and we make clothes to give to people, sandwiches and toiletries, and we go to three or 2 stops in the city now, and we distribute them to those in need.
Clark Center is for everyone. The Clark Center is for every single student, whether it be undergrad or graduate student or an alum. Clark Scholars are required to do 30 hours of community service per semester and then a final project at the end reflecting on their experience. This past academic year, we did 33,000 hours of service, which is a combination of Clark, non-Clark athletes, go athletes, yeah, ooh, and all different groups on campus. Of course, the Midnight Run, it's always the most popular program for all students on campus. It's not at midnight you don't run. Basically, get back at midnight at the latest, and a run is a location where you go to give out food, toiletries, but treating these men and women that are homeless as human beings. You know, there's a misconception a lot of times with the homeless out there that, you know, dealing with substance abuse, a lot of times they don't have the family to rely on, they're dealing with mental health.
I also think that Midnight Run was a lot of fun, just like knowing that you have an impact on these people. And also I really enjoyed Speak because the kids, they look forward to coming on campus each week. And I actually recently had one of my kids, she's moving out of the shelter in White Plains to a different location. So like we both got like a little emotional. It's just, you know, we knew each other for quite some time and it's like, oh, kind of like a little goodbye.
Having these amazing, valiant students go out there to connect with community partners, as Roshni was saying before, connecting with one of the teens or the youth from the transitional shelter, that's the biggest thing. As Kesai leading the clothing team all the time and dealing with different personalities, it's seeing the students jump outside their comfort zone and connect with these amazing community partners. Being a volunteer, giving your time is a big responsibility because you're devoting your time to a community partner where there's a need. There's a need every single Tuesday when we work with the homeless, working with the children, working with the animals. You're promising your time as a volunteer to these organizations. So that's a big commitment, and I think the responsibility that volunteers are giving, regardless of it being, I'm just going to say this as all our students here, but specifically our athletes and Clark, they're giving up their time, and it's a big responsibility, especially as student coordinators, to lead every single week, to come up with activities, to inspire your peers, and to be there for the community partners. It's a great joy for me to watch every single day as a person that's behind the scenes trying to motivate, but they're the leaders taking on, they're the change makers in this world.
As I was younger, I was always giving back. So in 2nd grade, I did like a book drive to Haiti. And then as I was growing up, I helped at like food banks and different things like that. So when I became a Clark Scholar, or a MAP Scholar, both, we need Clark hours, I did my freshman year doing Midnight Run. I found it very interesting because making sandwiches, toiletries, and packing out clothes, it's just like a lot of people don't have all these necessities that we do. So just like seeing them happy, just seeing like them asking for an extra pair of socks and just being open and like, here, you can have a couple more, just knowing that they need something and we have the things to offer to them, it's just always good.
I always go back to this community, compassion, love, and understanding them with our student body when they go to help out a community that's less fortunate as them, and just to show the kindness that they give every day, whether it be our whole amazing student body, our athletes, clubs, RAs, whoever, the whole student body, as you mentioned, as a whole, is coming together as a Manhattanville Valiant family and giving back every day to these community partners. When we take a break in May, that's a long break for them. So they're missing their Manhattanville Valiant family, whether the community partner is coming on campus or off campus. So I'm always amazed by our student body because they give so much, and I'm in awe of how much they are transformed along with the community partner and the kindness that they give every day.
I think the most meaningful takeaway has been, again, going back to just seeing the impact that we have, or at least for me, the impact that I have on the kids. Like now, at first they were a little shy, or like they would have, I mean, they had every right to have an attitude, but like now it's like they've turned into a completely different person. They've come out of their shell. Like we've gotten to know each other like on a closer level. Yeah, just knowing that they look forward to coming to the programs each week.
Seeing these amazing young people connect with these community partners brings joy and happiness not only to me, but to the community as a whole. And seeing how the Clark Center started 26 years ago, where it was maybe just maybe every other day, one-time events, to have a successful system in place where we offer programming 7 days a week of your life. But I think I know it's a catchphrase, but it's true. It's like there's so much need more than ever, even after COVID, where we can provide opportunities to these organizations 7 days a week. And it's important. I think every college should do that. And I think another meaningful thing is that these community partners, these organizations, not-for-profits, whatever you want to call them, they are part of our Manhattanville family because they bring joy and happiness to us, and vice versa. So they're not just a community partner, they're part of our Manhattanville family. What I would say to the Manhattanville community is this: if you're looking for a volunteer community service program to get involved with, please stop to the Clark Center in Spelman G19. We offer programming 7 days a week, and we could definitely fit your interest and make that happen for you.
If you aren't a Clark Scholar, definitely look into it.